they can't take the pressure no more. But from them parents, I think I life I go get better for sure. Them jog up on the roadside, Babylon, if you take out them bag and go. But them still not give up, cause the success them set me all away. Not give up, I said there ain't no giving in. And when the way gets rough, mom and dad gets going. Them jog up the way, yeah. Not give up, I said there ain't no giving in. Thanks for paving the way for us from the beginning. I tell my parents, we are facing struggles for so long. I'm here to tell you, thank you for holding on. I know the money is not here when your feet are down like 50 feet. But after the struggle, yeah, the picture sweet. Now give up, I said there ain't no giving in. And when the work gets rough, mom and dad gets going. Them jug up the wheel, yeah. Now give up, I said there ain't no giving in. Thanks for paving the way for us from the beginning. Thanks for paving the way for us from the beginning. Thanks for paving the way for us from the beginning.
This is a motto from the parents. We not give up. And when they go and get stuff, mom and dad get going. I say go. All right, come again. We're gonna sing it out one more time for the parents. Parents, you're not deserving of it, you know. A whole heap of struggles. COVID and data off you buy. Sometimes they drop off a line. And you say, how you come in their class? And they say data run out. But you never give up. And that is why they're here today. Thank you, parents. Let us sing it one more time. Now give up. I said there ain't no giving in. And when they going get stuck, the mom and dad get going. Now give up. I said there ain't no giving in. Thanks for paving the way from the beginning. God bless you, parents. Bless you, bless you, bless you. You're doing a remarkable job. But your job not start yet. Because here comes high school. And here me I take myself out of it. With job not start yet. Could we at this time, ladies and gentlemen, members of the graduating class, make welcome our valedictorians for this year, Miss Casey Abbott and Mr. Munir Riley. Give them a round of applause. Check.
Can I remove this for now? Just for the sake of the video. That's all right?
Board Chair, Mr. Anthony Gray, Principal, Mr. Dismore Robinson, Vice Principal, Mrs. Joan Ashley, our chairperson for the evening, Mrs. Shernet Dawkins Howard, our distinguished guest speaker, Mrs. Charvel Johnson Cunningham, and other guests in the audience, teachers and other members of staff, parents, guardians, friends, well-wishers, fellow graduates, a pleasant afternoon. Goal-oriented, focused, and resilient is suitably coined for an occasion such as this. We are extremely honored to stand before you all today as valedictorians to commemorate the memories and accomplishments for the graduating class of 2022.
Graduation marks the end of yet another extraordinary chapter in our lives. With this chapter closed, I am certain that many of us are already anxious about starting the next one, because unlike an English book, we cannot skip through the pages of life to see how long the next chapter is going to be. We all have our own book of life that has not yet been written, and every day that passes is another page we write in ourselves. As graduates, we have been given all of the paper and ink we need to write our own stories. I can assure you that with the love and support of our families, teachers, and friends, our stories will become bestsellers.
It is certainly not an easy task to tell a story of 6 years of the most glorious time of our lives.
We will strive to the end in every circumstance as we keep focused and resilient. Look with us to the bright horizon for our future. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, scientists, inventors, promoters of a new world, a world of technological and intellectual greatness. We stand tall to weave our webs in this advancing society. With God, we shall be great.
We all leave here confident of the fact that we have been prepared to face the challenges that are waiting out there for us. Let us embark on this new journey and realize our dream. Mark your positions, pause to focus on the reward, and go for your goals. Never forget that the world is a stage and we are all mere players on it. We have our entrances and our exits. As we exit, let us stamp our mark on this stage.
Failure is written with pencil, but success is written with ink. We have only begun, having the opportunity to erase failures by succeeding the next time around. Our fellow graduates, this is our charge to you. Don't be afraid to learn. Knowledge is weightless and a treasure you can take anywhere. A little learning will take you a long way. What the caterpillar thinks is the end of life, the butterfly says it's just the beginning. Let us face our beginnings with optimism.
Finally, wherever our different roads take us in life, let us always be a fountain for new, and we dare say, original, innovative new beginnings. We know we are powerful beyond measure, so watch out, world. Here comes Spalding Primary's graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Munir Riley and Casey Abbott, our valedictorians for the academic year. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special, all of them are special, the 125, but we have one student this year who we consider our little bunununus. Gianardo, where is Gianardo? Come here, sugar. Gianardo is one of our graduates. And I want you to note how Gianardo comes up, very bright-eyed, confident, a gem indeed. But Gianardo has a prosthetic leg. I'm not sure how many persons realize that he's actually limping. Gianardo has now outgrown his prosthetic leg and is in need of a new one. As a school family, we want to make his transition into high school as comfortable as possible. And so, as the graduating committee this year, we decided that we would integrate an offering into the function. The cost given by the company to replace his leg is 570,000 Jamaican dollars. Now, if you have that put on a yard, put up your hand, come here, I want to talk to you. Right. So, we are now going to be taking an offering which will be going towards that expense as we try, as a school family, to assist Gianardo with transitioning to high school comfortably. Thank God we're in church. So it's offering time. So the Red Cross members, as well as members from the Cub Scouts, they are going to be coming around at this time to collect an offering.
Praise the Lord for what He
May I invite Reverend Dr. Stennett Davis just to give thanks for this offering and also to say a prayer for Gianardo that the family will indeed meet the target and he will be able to transition more comfortably into high school. Dr. Davis.
Thank you very much. Observing the protocol established, may we just bow our heads in prayer. Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for the community of love at Spalding Primary School. We thank you for the gifts, Lord, towards this worthy cause. We thank you, Lord, for those who gave today and those who have pledged within their hearts to follow up on such commitment. Breathe upon it, Lord. This offering will be used to make a better citizen of this young man. And even for his health, Lord, as he transcends into high school, may you continue to guide, guard, and keep him despite his shortcomings, Lord. Help him to know that with God, all things are possible. And we can certainly do all things through Christ, who strengthens us. I declare that it is well for this young man, and he will continue to do well. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Reverend Davis. At this time, may I invite Kadira Miller as she will be introducing our afternoon's guest speaker. Immediately after Kadira, the guest speaker will come, and at the end of her presentation, Ricardo Campbell will come to make a presentation to the guest speaker. Kadira Miller.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, good afternoon. Our esteemed guest speaker, Ms. Corvell Johnson Cunningham, is a stalwart in the finance and business world. She is the Chief Executive Officer of the Sagicor Bank Limited, which is a subsidiary of the Sagicor Group Jamaica. Boasting over 3 decades of experience in the financial sector, Ms. Johnson joined the Sagicor team in January 2018. She is currently the chair of the United Way Jamaica. She also holds the dignified position of head of the membership committee of the Women's Leadership Initiative. She is married to Vaughn with 3 beautiful children. She enjoys music, dancing, yoga, mindfulness, and just being surrounded by family and friends. She strongly believes in the proverbs, one hand can't clap. She is also of the belief that it is important to always put yourself in someone else's shoes, and that positive vibes leads to positive actions and ultimately positive results. It gives me great pleasure to welcome this dedicated and exemplary Jamaican woman, a true leader in her field, as our guest speaker. Welcome, Ms. Corvell Johnson Cunningham.
I can actually see, but you know, when you're getting up in, well, I'm very young. I was about to say, you know, when you're getting up in age, you need a glasses now and then. It's called the now and then glasses. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. No, that sounds dead, you know. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. All right. That sounds better because this is an exciting occasion, right? So we have to be happy for the occasion, correct? So I heard the valedictorian say in the speech that whatever I speak up here today will be practical. So right away, I knew that if my speech not practical, I would have to throw it away, right? So ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. I was born at Spalding Hospital. I won't say when, because I look much younger than my age. I don't know why Miss Sharon come up here and said when I graduated, because I think it was before my time, and I was always the youngest one in my class, right? But I was born in Spalding. I lived in Whiteshop and Sanguinetti for a while, and it is a pleasure being here. So Principal Robinson, thanks for the invite. You know what struck me? I see that we have 67 boys graduating in this class. You know, that's a real big deal. Community, give yourselves a big round of applause. It's a big deal in this country to have 67 boys graduating. But even more importantly, ladies, little girls, I'm not forgetting you, because we run things all the time. So give the girls a round of applause as well. It's amazing how the school has grown since I left. Amazing. And I am so proud. When I heard all the things that Principal Robbins was talking about, I felt so proud and my heart felt so full. Spanish, we never did that. But medals we used to get from festival every year. We used to practice in the United Hall next door. And we used to win up the medals. But you guys winning even more medals. So while I was preparing for this speech, I thought, what would be the best way to approach this? Bearing in mind that when I looked on the program, I am very cognizant that I'm the thing that is stopping all the parents from getting their kids and take all the pictures outside, right? Taking all the pictures when they're getting their awards. And I'm very cognizant that maybe you don't really want to hear what I have to say, that you just want your awards, right? So bear that in mind. So I thought about a couple things. We have a lot of different people in this audience, and they've been mentioned before. We spoke about the teachers, we spoke about the parents, and we spoke about the graduates. And there are some little babies in the house who these little graduates will be role models for. The graduates are excited about today, and they're just looking forward to the day to be over to go and hang with their friends and family. The parents don't want the day to finish because your heart is so full. Your heart is so full with everything that you've been through for the years with COVID. And when you see all the hard work that you've put into these kids, it makes a huge difference. And for the teachers who have successfully managed to groom and teach and instill greatness in these children, all these accomplishments are all from different angles. What is obvious though, there are three things that I pick up in here today. One is called pride, the other one is joy, and the other one is happiness. All the faces in this room, you're seeing pride, joy, and happiness. So we're seeing the pride, the joy, and the happiness from the teachers of Spalding Primary. They have achieved their goals. I would just want to say a huge thanks for the work that you've all put in for these students. Over how many? 6 years. 6 years, so it all started in grade 1. It would not have been easy for you because you may not have had the right tools or the disciplined students, but you stuck to it because you believed in the future of this community and even bigger, the future of Jamaica. You believe that our children are the future. Hence your commitment, teachers, to their success and your success in getting them ready for the next level. And I know some of you teachers are going to be bawling when you don't see them, because I know that you love some of them more than others. But as my parents would say, all of you are our favorites. So all the children down here are your favorites. So I remember my first grade teacher. Her name was Miss Smith. And I carried her with me all my life. You know why? Miss Smith told my parents that Chorvell could do better, but she chat too much. And I carried the chat too much from grade 1 to grade 6. From first form in high school at Knox College to when I graduate at Knox College. The first thing on the report, which means that my father and mother had to talk to me, she chats too much. But I'm here to say to you today, chatting not a bad thing. Because chatting helped to carry me through this world. But it's how you put it together to make it into a good thing, don't it? And my teacher had it that I was going to be an attorney at law. Somehow me reaching to banking, right? So being an attorney at law was not where I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be in banking. But as a banker, you have to think outside the box all the time. You have to think about a whole lot of other things. So I've never forgotten Miss Smith, and I don't think my parents have forgotten her either, because they remind me time and time again that Miss Smith says she chat too much. But chatting too much can be a good thing. And one of the things you'll find out about me is I don't like negative stuff. Everything can be turned to positive. So for my graduates, I will speak more on that shortly. So teachers, the moral of that story for me is that we need to ensure that while building and coaching our children in these early years, it is important, it is very important, teachers, to instill positivity into them. Because it could have been the opposite. Suppose I didn't have the parents I have. How would we have turned that around? So it's important to push positive attitudes into the young people. It is important to teach them how to achieve their goals, and that they have to work hard to achieve same. So teachers, you will always be, I call you the first and second role model, because the parents are also the first and second role models that they will have to cherish in their lives. So a huge congratulations, Mr. Robinson, to you and the team. You have ensured that the team of teachers from Spalding Primary, that they work tirelessly with these children and taught them that success is theirs. Success is yours. You just have to want it. You just have to need it. And if you put the work in it and stick to the plan, all will be well. So teachers, I wish you all of God's blessings. So the next set of pride and joy and happiness in the room are the parents and the community members. I remember years ago when I took common entrance exam. At the time, I lived in Whiteshop. And I kid you not, for every one of us walking from Spalding to Whiteshop, every one of the people in the community say, you take common entrance. As a matter of fact, when you're on your way, they ask if you had the right pencil. And then when you come, people who ask if you have the pencil. Because trust me, some of those community members had pencils waiting on you. So the same people who ask if you had the pencil also waited when results come out to ask if you pass and where you pass for. So they played a special role in our lives in encouraging us. If my siblings and friends were not behaving on the way home, trust me, say, before me reach home, my parents know it's different nowadays, really different, right? Because that was the order of the day. We had to ensure that we're behaving ourselves. But parents, today is a great moment for yourselves and the Spalding's community. You must continue to feel proud. Your continuous hard work and sacrifices have paid off. But again, this is the first major step in your children's lives. This is not the time to take your foot off the gas pedal. This is when you're going to have to, as they say in Jamaica, press gas. Time to ensure that your children remain focused. Time to ensure that they remain resilient. Time to ensure that they continue to learn from their mistakes. And parents, guess what? Even if you don't understand the homework, there's somebody in the community who does. So don't allow them to just pass you by. Ask them if they have the homework and look at what they do, because they're on the next trajectory. They're on the next path. I know of a lady, and for each step her children were doing, she went back and did it. So she never graduated high school. She went back and do her subjects. And she kept on asking me, do I think she can do it? And I said, yes, continue doing it. And she started out in an organization as an office attendant until she worked her way straight up in the organization, because she believed that no matter what her kids were doing, what her children were doing, it was important to keep a step ahead of them. So parents, as much as you can, even if you can't keep a step ahead, keep your foot on the gas pedal, right? Because there are lots of distractions. And these kids are born in the digital age. They know more than we do. I have a 4-year-old, and the things that she's telling me, I get a whiplash every day. Just looking on her to say, what did she say? And I have to hold a straight face. So parents, community members, it is important that you keep your foot on this gas pedal for your children. Help them to be accountable by being accountable. Don't just leave them now because it's a bigger school. Don't just forget and don't go to school and find out what is happening with your kids. It's your right. It's your right to know what is happening with your children. So Spalding Primary was a close-knit school. Now they're going to a bigger school. Help them not to get lost. By you being there, I'm not saying you must crowd them out every day, go up there to the teacher, you know. But find the time to speak to the homeroom teachers and the other teachers. And if they need help, find a way to get them help. And I know that the teachers from Spalding Primary will help you if you can't find a way. They will give you that same guidance. Even more so as parents and communities, we need to continue to raising our kids. We need to ensure that we continue to teach our children to respect themselves, but also respect others. We need to continue to remind them of the golden rule. And I live by this. Children, graduates, I live by this every day. And you can't go wrong in life. Do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. If you ever go through life and forget that, then you're going to be in problem. But you treat people how you want to be treated. And if you want a better community, parents, if you want a better Jamaica, continuous dialogue with these children is very important, and it is critical. So I just want to big up the Spalding's community, especially that we have 67 boys graduating today. Give yourselves again a round of applause. So this is my real big deal now. The pride and joy of my graduates right here. How did you all reach here? Do you remember? Do you all remember when you started in grade 1? How many of you cried the first day? Let me see a show of hands. I'm sure parents, teachers, much more than you cried that day. How many of you go back home and didn't want to stay? Really? Really? So how many of you are happy that you're here and graduating today? All of you. All right? So hear me now. when I graduated, and I'm sure the same thing happened, I tried over the past week to remember who spoke at my graduation. From primary school? I don't remember. I tried to remember who spoke at my graduation at high school. I can't remember. I was asking my sister if she remembered the graduation song. And what I thought was my primary school graduation song, she said, that was high school. The things that matter. But this afternoon, I'm going to tell you 7 things that must matter all the time in your lives. No matter where in the world you are, no matter where you're graduating from. And the first one is, you must know God. You must know God. Because may I tell you, say, you see, when things get hard in life, all you can do is pray. And parents, teach your kids to pray. Because they're going to go through rough times in their life. And if they don't know how to pray or who to pull to, they will go the wrong way. So children, don't take prayers as nothing. Don't take your Bible serious, right? I remember from my graduation, I remember going through the drill of practicing the walk. And I saw all of you coming up and everybody have the walk. Everybody making sure they have the right step. And it was important not to miss the step. And I remember Mrs. Miller, the principal then, and Miss King, she would stop the organ right away if we're missing the steps. I remember that I had to practice where to sit and stand. I remember that I had to practice the lines for whatever poem or song we were doing. I remembered feeling so happy that I no longer had to be going to drills for common entrance, morning, evening, noon, and night. Boy, may I tell you, pep looked different. And for you guys to go through that, give yourselves a round of applause. So just like how you guys looking here, that's how I remember looking smart and beautiful and, for the boys, handsome. I remember looking at the look on my parents' face on that day when I graduated. Just like your parents, look at them now. You see how proud and happy they look? So proud and happy. But even more, I remember the excitement that when I found out that my friends and I were going to Knox. So the new journey began. And Mr. Principal, then we felt that Spalding Primary was the school in Central Jamaica. It appears, and it looked like you're still the school in Central Jamaica, so give yourselves a round of applause. But to my graduates, this is just the beginning. And the reality is that each step of the way, you will be required to do more. You'll be required to study more. You'll be required to listen more. You'll be required to do more assignments. You'll be taking on more responsibilities. Maybe PEP was 4, yes, more responsibilities, more subjects. So maybe PEP was what, 4 subjects? Right? I think if I recall correctly, I had about 8 subjects in first form. Oh, it's 14. So it's going to be very important that you prepare. Preparation, graduates, will be key. So maybe for PEP, you could leave things to last minute. Maybe you could leave things to last minute and your parents will help you catch up. You have to start preparing from now. You cannot and you mustn't give up, no matter how hard it gets. You have to keep pushing straight through to the finish line. How many people know Shelley and Fraser Price and Usain Bolt? You ever notice that when they're going to the finish line, they're going fast, and they dip? They're making sure that they win the race. So that is what is important to you. You have to ensure that you stick to the course and remain focused and go straight through the finish line. Whoever hear of Buju Banton? Yeah? So you know him song that say, it's not an easy road. So everybody know the chorus. But Buju say, it's not an easy road, and many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better rose, but who feels it knows? Yes. Sustain these blows. So guys, it's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be an easy road. The next step in your life will be going to high school. And this will be totally new and different. You will have to make so many changes in your life. There's a saying that goes like this: change is constant. The only constant in life is change. And you will have to learn how to welcome change. So, as I said, the first thing you have to do in welcoming those changes is trusting God. The second thing, you have to, and I want all of you to repeat after me, I will always do my best. And only my best will be good enough. You heard them say it, parents? So beg you remind them when them forget for me now, please. Because only the best will carry them through. And it doesn't matter what it is. Always put your best foot first. And always represent yourself well. And then I spoke about this already, so I'm not going to say it, I'll just emphasize. Always treat people how you want to be treated. I remember when I went to Kingston to live. And because we come from country, you don't say if you don't say good morning, I don't know if that changed that much. If you don't say good morning, somebody tell your parents, somebody from church or somewhere tell your parents, say you never say good morning. So when I went into Kingston, I'm saying good morning, and people looking at me like, oh, where she come from? I didn't care. My parents said I must say good morning. Good morning. So you stick to your guns and do what you have to do. Don't let people change you. Don't let circumstances change you unless it's changing you for the better. So always live your life with a level of positivity. And I always say this in every speech I give. Positive vibes leads to positive actions, and the only result for that is positive results. Repeat after me, graduates. Positive vibes leads to positive actions and positive results. So, sometimes we have some friends, right? And some of you here have the friends. The friends that will tell you, I could teeth out of school and go out the road and buy this. I could skip Miss Lady class for today. Those are not your friends. Anybody who is going to encourage you to do wrong are not your friends. They're carrying you down a slippery slope very fast. Right? Anybody who going to say, when you go to high school, I could sit down at the back here. We can chat more and do whatever around at the back. Not your friends. Try sit in the middle and the front. Yes, I heard it. Yes. Those are not your friends. And you see, what you don't recognize is that those same people you refer to as your friends, they'll come, and we used to call it skylark. They waste your time in class. They give all the trouble in class. They get the punishment, and you get the punishment with them. And guess what they go home and do? What do you think they go home and do? I can't hear you. What they go home and do? And what? One set says study over here, and this side over here say what? Lie? Oh. Anyway, these people who waste your time all the time. These people who waste your time. People waste your time all the time. What they do, they go home and study. So while they're studying, you are at home sleeping. And then you'll be surprised to see that they get good grades. And your parents looking on you like, what have you been doing in school? So they don't do no homework. They don't pay attention in class. They're very disruptive. They're not your role models. And they're not your friends. They're not your friends. So if you have friends like that, get rid of them today. Because they're not going to carry you to the right road. And you need people who will say to you, let's go do some more work. Let's go study together. Those are the friends you need. And it's not just this group you're going to have from primary school. You're going to have another set of friends. So you have to learn how to choose your friends wisely. There's only one thing, graduates, that your parents ask you to do. And especially when you see the sacrifice your parents making for you, some of them go without food for the day to make sure you eat. Some of them working 2 and 3 jobs to make sure you go to school. So the only ask that the parents in this room are asking you today, graduates, is that you go to school and perform well and do better than they did in school. That's the ask. The ask is not to waste time and their money. The ask is to choose wisely. The ask is to study. And the ask is to make them proud. So, the question is, so what happens if you fail? What happens if you're in school and you're failing? Should you give up? Should you give up if you're failing? You should try harder. It's so interesting, right? So I'm in banking. And somewhere in my head, I had it that I don't like maths. Maths. And I'm in banking. My dad said to me one day, you like maths. You just don't want to do it. So everywhere, maybe after I left Spalding Primary, I didn't do maths well. In high school, just barely pass maths. For everything I do, just barely pass maths. There are times I fail maths and I have to resit maths, right? But yet still, I'm now in banking. You know what happened? When I went to the University of Technology, the first year that I was there, I got U for maths. You know what U means? Ungraded. That means that I couldn't even find a grade to give me. And my big sister, not my parents this time, looked at me and said, well, if you don't pass maths, you have to carry it straight through until you pass it. So she said she would work with me on that. And just the fear of knowing that if I don't pass it, I would have to be carrying one extra subject. You want to guess what my next grade for maths was? A+++++. Right? And it just shows, sometimes we have these little things in our minds that tell us we can't do things. And we just have to pray about it and put faith in ourselves and move forward. So we can't give up. We must never give up. And then the last point that I'll make on this, I'll say to you, when you go to high school, don't just stick to your friends. Meet new people. Join clubs if you weren't in a club at primary school, right? Learn how to give back to your community. Help others. Do sports. Do poetry. Do singing. Whatever it takes. So to all the graduates here today, I want to say a huge congratulations, but this is your first leg of the journey. It might be the easiest leg, but the lesson is, if you continue to listen to your parents, if you continue to listen to your teachers, if you continue to stay focused no matter what, you will be successful. So you have been armed with a recipe for success. That's what primary school taught you, how to succeed. So do not throw it away. Do not lock it away, never to be used again. So it don't make sense you get the whole idea of being successful and you lock it away. Keep it in the forefront of your forehead, and success will always walk with you. Gradients, I pray for God's guidance, continued guidance and protection on each and every one of you. And I just want you all to stand for a second, please. And I want you all to look at your parents. You sang the song earlier. Now give up. Let's hear it again. Look on your parents and your teachers and tell them, you now give up. No, you're going to sing it. Mr. Music. Ready? Tell the team. All right, so tell your parents. No. Thank you. So, listen guys, you can do it. You can do it, you just have to know you can and want to. So blessings and love to all of your parents, teachers. Congratulations again. Thank you very much.
Vice Chair of the Board, Principal, Vice Principal, other members of the Board, distinguished guests, teachers, graduates, parents, well-wishers, a pleasant afternoon. On behalf of the 2022 graduating class of Spalding Primary School, it gives me immense pleasure to present this token of our appreciation to our esteemed guest speaker, Mrs. Jovelle Johnson Cunningham. Of a fact, you have edified us on what it means to be goal-oriented, focused, and resilient. Your timely address has indeed motivated us to enter into high school determined to be our best selves. Thank you for celebrating with us this significant milestone in such an impactful way.
Mrs. Johnson Cunningham for sharing in this moment with our graduates, Spalding Primary School family. At this time, the graduates will be on show as they stand to present the graduate song, When You Put Your Heart in It. Please be seated. Please be seated. I know you're excited. Be seated. Mrs. Crawford.
can take you just about anywhere. So what's the message? Put your heart in it, right? And now, we go to the segment that is long awaited. We are now going to be presenting the graduates to you, and we will move straight into the award section thereafter. So at this time, I'm going to invite the thorn among the roses at grade 6, Mr. Rakeem Mackenzie, to present the graduates.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, you sound well this afternoon. Wonderful voices this afternoon. The moment you have all been waiting for. Let us get into this session. Vice Chair of the School Board, Principal, Vice Principal, other present and past members of the board, Principal Abbott, Rev Chaplain, other distinguished guests, parents and well-wishers, good afternoon again. Please receive at this time the 125 students who have successfully completed the primary school curriculum as outlined by the Ministry of Education. With their completion, they now matriculate to access secondary education. I start with the graduates of 6 Mackenzie. As you hear your name, please join us up here. Students, please walk on this side. Starting with the boys, 6 Mackenzie, DeMarco Allen, Michael Carter, Jakeem Clark, Ramardo Moore, Tafari Rochester, Jaquan Simpson, Ronaldino Smith, Craig Watson, Dwayne Williams, and Antoine Wright. And now to the girls. Tony Alexander. Britannia Binns. Nelissa Gabidon. Akila Grove. Amita Lawrence. Devoney Park. Donna K. Pennant. And Kiana Reynolds. Jaween Morgan. And with that, we end the students of 6 Mackenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the students. I now hand over to Mrs. Box as she presents her students.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll now invite the students of 6 Marshall Box to stand. Rajon Bailey. Raina Bonnie. Amarian Brady. Tyrell Brown. Nicodine Coban. Marcadine Codner. Kurt Cunningham. Anthony Maxwell. Jordan McDonald. Devontae McKenzie.
6th row to stand. Ricardo Campbell. Daniel Day. Kiwan Thomas. Richard Thompson. Michaela Bailey. Philia Bailey. Nadia Harris. Novia Herbie. Anna Page Mayer. Tari Small. Waiting anxiously. Brianna Spence. Followed by Rayana Spence. Tiana Tolo. Shanicia Wilkinson. Alexis Williams. Wisdom. Faith Ray. I now invite Miss Clark.
Yashua Dennis. Amani Edwards. Dejanique Baker. Amoline Campbell. Thalia Damar. Shanae Boats. Amelia Graham. Kadisha Harris. Latoya Harrison. Ashley Mackenzie. Danica McLeod. Kadira Miller. Alicia Morris. Kiana Myrie. Amelia Nelson. Alvanisha Nathania Richards. Anastasia Tomlinson. Sharalee White. Kelicia Williams. And Grayson Wolf. I'll now ask the 30 students of grade 6 Clark, please to take your seats. I'll now welcome back Mrs. Shernette Abbott to do her class.
Howdy do, howdy do, howdy do. May I invite the graduates from 6 Abbott to stand at this time. Martin Barnett. Please move down. Move down. Jordan Bennett. Nikosi Campbell. O'Neill Cowan. Emilio Denton. Xavier Forbes. Justin McDonald. Monair McIntosh. Tevon Ricketts. Tahim Whiteley. And rounding off the boys, Nathan Williams. Presenting the girls, Rikara Cameron. Anake Campbell. Fabian Campbell. Anita Ford. Isabel Powell. Lorian Reed. Alika Robinson. And Haley Spencer. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our graduates. They have done well. They
grades attained in the recently administered end-of-year examinations. From 6 Abbott. Vice Principal, Mrs. Joan Ashley, to make the presentations. From 6 Abbott, 3rd place Language Arts, Anita Ford. 2nd place Language Arts, Isabel Howell. 1st place Language Arts, Alika Robinson. Science. Third place Science, Tahim Whiteley. 2nd place Monair McIntosh. First place, Alika Robinson. Mathematics, 3rd place, Alika Robinson. Remain there. 2nd place, Isabel Howell. 1st place, Martin Barnett. Social Studies, 3rd place, Anake Campbell. 2nd place, Ricara Cameron. 1st place, Monair McIntosh. I invite Ms. Clark at this time. These are the awards for 6 Clark, beginning with Language Arts. 3rd place, Yashua Dennis. 2nd place, Kelicia Williams. And 1st is Danica McLeod. For the subject Science, 3rd place, Latoya Harrison. 2nd place, Danica McLeod. And 1st place, Yashua Dennis. For the subject of Mathematics, 3rd place, Latoya Harrison. 2nd place, Ashley Mackenzie. And 1st place, Shanae Hope. For the
students of 6 Mackenzie. For language arts, 3rd place, Aquila Grove. 2nd place, Donna K. Pennant. And 1st place, we have Tafari Rochester. For science, 3rd place, Aquila Grove. 2nd place, Jawane Morgan. And 1st place, we have Tafari Rochester. In mathematics, 3rd place, we have Jawane Morgan. 2nd place, Donna K. Pennant. And 1st place, mathematics, we have DeMarco Allen. In social studies, 3rd place, we have Donna K. Pennant. 2nd place, social studies, Tafari Rochester. And 1st place, social studies, we have Kiana Reynolds. Congratulations to all the students of 6 Mackenzie. I now hand over to Mrs. Rowe as she presents her students.
Good afternoon again, everyone. For the area of language arts, 3rd place goes to Faith Ray. 2nd place goes to Ricardo Campbell. And 1st place in the area of language arts goes to Casey Apple. For the area of science, 3rd place goes to Anna Page Mayer. 2nd place goes to Shanicia Wilkinson. 1st place goes to Casey Abbott. For the area of mathematics, 3rd place goes to Tiana Tolo. 2nd place goes to Manair Riley. And 1st place goes to Casey Abbott. For the area of social studies, 3rd place goes to Michaela Bailey. 2nd place goes to Tiana Tolo. And first place goes to Shanicia Wilkinson. Congratulations to the students of grade 6 room.
Good afternoon again. In the area of language arts, in third place, Annalie Campbell. Second place, Janae Watson. First place, Tanisha Hines. In the area of science, third place, Annalie Campbell. Second place, Legion Parker. And in first place, Janae Watson. In mathematics, third place, Danielia Rose. Second place, O'Shane Stanford. And in first place, Annalie Campbell. In the area of social studies, in third place, Annalie Campbell. Second place, Janae Watson. And in first place, Nathaniel Ferguson. I will now hand over to Mrs. Abbott.
Thank you, Mrs. Ashley. Thank you, Mrs. Box. Mrs. Abbott will now hand over to our principal and vice principal, Mr. Dismore Robinson and Mrs. Joan Ashley, as they make the special awards.
Good afternoon, everybody, and congratulations to our graduates this evening. You're all winners in your own way from the mere fact you've made it thus far. At this time, we are going to be looking at the runners in the house. We are going to be looking at the sports persons that are here. We are going to be giving you award this evening, those that did well on sports day. Now we are looking at 400-meter boys. First place goes to Monier Riley. He will be followed by Antoine, who came second, and the third, O'Shane Stanford. Please come in this order. And that's 400-meter boys. This will be followed by 400-meter girls. are getting their medals. We are going on to 400-meter girls. In the interest of time, first place, Kadaira Miller. Second place, Amelia Graham. And third place, Ricara Cameron. Come in that order, please. Put your hands together for him as he comes. Yes, followed by Kadira Miller. Put your hands together for her as she comes. We are moving on to 200-meter boys now. First place, Monia Riley. Second place, Richard Thompson. Third place, Antoine Daly. Boys. You're runners, so make your way up. Girls, 200-meter girls, Kadaira Miller. First place, Amelia Graham. Second place, third place, Ricara Cameron. Clap them now. Come on, clap them, man. They did well. Now we're moving down to the math race boys, and math race girls. We have Tyrell Brown and Monia Riley on first place. Followed by Justine, we have ties here, Justine Rowe and Legend Parker. And third place, those were second place winners. Third place winners, Kyle Johnson and Justin Smith. Our girls, Ashana Campbell and Hannah Page Mayer. First place. Second place, Kesia Abbott and Shannon C. Wilkinson. And third place, Khadijah Harris and Amelia Graham. For 2020-2022. Who do you think it is? You're so very right. Antoine Daly, put your hands together for him. And our champion girl for 2020-2022, Kadaira Miller, put your hands together for her. Come, Miss Miller. They did well, and I'm proud of them.
Presentations, but I'm kindly asking if anyone sees a pair of tested glasses lying around, if you could just indicate to us here. One of the Red Cross students, she is missing her glasses, so please just look around if you see that pair, please. Thank you.
Okay, we are going on. We're going to be looking at the honor roll now. The students from the grade 6 cohort who have made it on the honor roll. And they are Ricardo Campbell, Monia Riley, just come in the same order, Casey Abbott, Michaela Bailey, Nadia Harris, Hannah Page Mayer, Tyrus Small, Tiana Tolo, and Shanasia Wilkinson. Put your hands together for Shanasia Wilkinson. And all the students who had made it on the honor roll, it therefore means they did well academically. A bigger round of applause in the place, man. Give them the love and the support. They did well. Oh, yes. You should still be making noise, parents in the house. The parents for these children. Come on. Make lots of noise for them and let them feel good. Give them the love and support. All right, we're moving on to medals for outstanding achievement in JCDC 2021. You've heard about the gold medals, you've heard about the silver, you've heard about the bronze. These are the students. And then you see Wilkinson, Amelia Bryan, Celia Bailey, Nadia Harris, Adara Miller, Alexis Williams, Brianna Spence, and Casey Abbott. I'm telling you, Casey's really a rounded student. She's in everything. You can just listen out to hear her name called. Put your hands together for Casey Abbott in the house. And for all the children who performed at JCDC Festival, they did well. And we are super proud of them this evening. Clap them, man. You stop clapping them already. Come on, man. These children have brought home golds, silver, bronze. We are really proud of them and we are going to miss them at Spalding's primary school, but we do understand that they have to make the transition to high school, and from high school to university, and from university you know where. We are grateful for them, we are happy for them. My task here is finished. At this time I'm going to be handing over to our principal. Mr. Robinson will be coming to you to finish up the announcements.
At this time, I invite Mrs. Crawford to make the following presentation. Receiving Eugene White Cultural Trophy for 2022, outstanding in the area of culture, goes to two individuals, Casey Abbott and Kajira Miller. Both of you come back, both students, kindly return. Both students, kindly return. Let us give it up for them. Valedictorians Award goes to Monir Riley and Casey Abbott. I invite the president of the PTA to make this presentation. Mr. Abbott to make this presentation on my behalf. And I think he's the most fitting person to make this presentation on my behalf. Receiving the Principal's Award for Outstanding Leadership goes to none other than Casey Abbott. I invite Mr. Arscott to make this presentation on behalf of the Citizens Association, Spalding Citizens Association. And I want to say to those of us in the house, if you are not yet a part of this association, kindly join. This student her attendance in Jamaican terms we say turn up. She has only been absent for half a day, receiving the Spalding Citizens Association for outstanding attendance. Shahara Lee White. Please remain, Mr. Harscott. We have heard the story. We have heard about Gennaro, the association that we ought to be a part of. At this time, wants to make a difference in Gennaro's life. And at this time, I invite Gennaro to come forward to receive this token. May I invite the parent of Gennaro to come forward. May I invite the parent to come as well? Oh, she's coming. Grandma. Receiving a check from the Spalding Citizens Association, a check in the total sum of $77,000 towards Gennaro. Continue to give God thanks. You will come true. Madam Vice Chair, I invite you back to do the following presentation. Former Board Chair, Mr. Glenmore Miller, kindly come forward. Mr. Glenmuir Miller served Spalding Primary School as board chair for 6 years, 2014 to 2020. COVID-19 would have prevented us from saying thanks in a tangible way. He has made his mark and continue to serve. Sir, thank you for the love and support that you have given as board chair for the time that you served. Time to receive. I now invite Mr. David to come forward. Mr. Noel David. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Watt. In absentia, I want also to put on record that we are also recognizing Miss Sharon Walker, Miss Jacqueline Pennycook, and Mr. Noel Davey, who have served on the Board of Governors at Spalding Primary School during the year 2017-2020. Kindly put your hands together for them, please. I want also to pause and to recognize the effort of a particular individual. She's young, and I remember she said to me when I got back from my vacation leave in 2017, "Sir, I have not yet made my mark. Thank you for believing in me." Upon her first entry to festival, she entered a piece when we were losing our culture, how to do the maypole dance. When she got back, the results were not as favorable. She said to me, "I am going to get it right because I must make my mark." She has been making mark at Spalding Primary School over the last 6 years. Her tenure has come to an end. She's moving on to greener pastures. I am grateful that I was able to be your leader as you have served Spalding Primary School. Her smile often warms my heart. And I'm really going to miss this individual. But I say, walk good, because I have no doubt that you will continue to shine. I invite Pastor Chaplain to make this presentation to this individual, none other than Miss Jodian Wright. Retirement is a must. And when we live to reach retirement, we must give God thanks. And when we live to reach retirement and in our right mind and can still praise God, we must give God a double portion of thanks. She has served many institutions. Spalding Primary School was fortunate to have the last leg of 10 years. At this time, I invite Ms. Shaw to come forward as we recognize the worth of Miss Sharon Duffus. Miss Duffus, please come forward.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson. This quotation makes direct reference to a courteous woman whose matchless principles, marvelous dedication, and outstanding contribution to the field of education have left a mark on the lives of many. The individual about whom I speak is Miss Sharon Duffus, who began her journey as an educator in 1986. She has transformed the lives of many students and colleagues at 4 distinguished institutions. She became a member of the Spalding primary team in 2012. For 10 years, she actively helped in the progress of this noble institution. As a punctual person who respects time, she was always early and ready to take on the tasks at hand. Prayer has always been her precept. She is extremely blessed with a powerful gift and played her role well as the school's prayer warrior. Her faith is remarkable. She is a hard-working woman of substance and class who exudes positive qualities that everyone can emulate. A virtuous woman indeed. Her time and effort given as a team player to this institution has made a huge impact on others. During her tenure as classroom teacher, she was always organized and compassionate about her work. Her level of compassion provided a catalyst for change in the standard and quality of education the students received. She exhibited the aptitude to change people's lives, share the excitement of learning with students and colleagues alike. The commitment that she had to the teaching learning process allowed her to go above and beyond for her students who saw her as a main support and a confidant. All students who were privileged to be under her tutelage were completely molded into productive human beings. Her classroom was like a laboratory where students were tested, diagnosed, researched upon, and given therapy. She had a passion for numeracy. She played her role well on the committee as she worked with her team members to create and manage projects for numeracy. All this instruction was greatly enhanced by her notable British accent, which was magnified by the deepness of her voice. Indeed, the children were always welcoming of this unique characteristic. Over the years, Miss Duffus has proven to be a disciplined, hardworking, and supportive individual who could be relied on to do a name task at any time. As an eloquent speaker, she made her mark as coach on the Spelling Bee committee. She continued to showcase her knowledge of grammar on the school-based assessment team, where she vetted test items and gave recommendations. From her outstanding contribution to this team, many teachers have become experts in assessment. As a disciplinarian, she made her contribution by supervising and molding the young leaders on the prefect committee for the academic year 2018 to 2019. She made her mark on the awards committee as she worked assiduously with the team to prepare a memorable ceremony for the institution. As an energetic and stern educator, her presence commands respect when she enters a room. Her level of humility consistently permitted her to be an excellent team player. She was instrumental in the Brownie Club and was promoted to leadership position in 2017. She was a vibrant house leader whose leadership skills and determination led Bourne House to victory on several occasions. As a calm and humorous person, she is a lover of everyone and is always admired for her role as a peacemaker. One cannot speak of Miss Duffus in truth without mentioning her great sense of fashion. Head to toe, Miss Duffus was always exemplary in deportment. Miss Sharon Duffus, we salute you for your exceptional contribution to this institution. You have been duly inducted in the All-Time Great Teachers Hall of Fame. The mark you inscribe on us will continue into perpetuity. The institution has benefited immensely from your expertise and your willingness to serve. You are deserving of the many accolades given to you today. Spalding Primary lauds you for your great contributions. You are a beacon of strength. The knowledge you have passed on to us will leave a lasting impression. We will surely miss you, but your teachings will forever reside in our hearts. May the grace of God keep and guide you. Best wishes on your retirement.
stop it. You had her in your life. And now she's going about her own life. Congratulations, Miss Duffus, and all the best on your retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of graduation 2022. May I thank you for being a wonderful audience. I am going to give the final instructions. The graduates will follow the platform party for the recession. So as soon as we've sung the national anthem, the platform party led by the board and our principal and vice principal, our specially invited guests, our members of staff, the graduates will follow. After the last pair of graduates exits the building, then the audience, you're free to leave. But I'm going to ask you a favor. As you leave, please walk with a piece of your garbage. Thank you. Could we stand for the national anthem? May we have everyone standing, please? One more bit of instruction for the graduates. Please remember, you return your gowns. The corsage and boutonnieres are yours, but you return the gowns from my class. From my class, 6 Abbott, you return to Miss Wright. From Mrs. Box's class, you return to Mrs. Box. From 6 Clark, you return to Miss Thompson. From 6 Row, remind me, Mrs. Rowe, you return to Mrs. Brooke Smith. And from Mr. Mackenzie's class, you return to Miss Dennis. All right, so you're free to go and take your photographs, but you must return the gowns. When you return your gown, it will be ticked and you will sign for your package. Now, parents, the package consists of your package pictures, the report, the recommendation, and all of that. So you must ensure that the package is collected. The national anthem. that you hold your plaques, trophies, tokens in your hands. Do not leave them on the chairs as we recess.